Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Insomniacs After School episode number 1 reaction. Alright, this is the brand new anime show that I'll be reacting to, and now here's a little background. This show or the manga, I've heard about it for a lot of people. I haven't read it though. I planned on reading it but I didn't, and then the animation project got announced and all that, and it's finally here. So I'm going to be reacting to this, and one reason why I am reacting to this is one thing that I'm not exactly sure, but I'll understand after watching this episode, is that the animation, this is done by the same studio, I think, that did Call of the Night. And one thing that this has common with Call of the Night is the theme, that is nighttime. So the nighttime theme is common with Call of the Nights, and Call of the Nights was done marvelously. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. Especially the nighttime, the way they animated the nighttime was phenomenal. I just loved the way they did it. And since this is done by the same studio, I think they might actually be able to do the same thing here as well. That's why I'm saying I'm not sure. I've not watched this episode. I'll watch this episode and then I'll see whether they're able to do the same thing or they're actually doing the same thing or not. But either way, I've heard that this manga is quite good. It's like a slice of life, like a story. Yeah, like the only thing that I've read is the summary. So I have no clue about what's going to happen. And yeah, let's just watch this and let's see how this goes. Okay, so this is episode number 1 of Insomniacs After School. Let's get started. I'll be putting the subtitles and the timer here, sync the original video alongside the timer, and watch the reaction alongside me. Alright, let's begin. So, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Alright. 5, oh, it's 5 a.m., almost 5 a.m. Alright, here we go, Insomnia. Damn. Alright, the animation looks good. Oh wow. The way they kind of showed like what happens in the morning time. Damn, it must be crazy. Like not only like the fact that you're not able to sleep, but the stress and everything. Like like you're wide awake while the whole world is sleeping. Not world, but the whole place is sleeping. That's stressful as well. Like just staying wide awake. Astronomy club. What is it, some kind of a haunted story? Damn. Well, this is a horror story. What's going on here? Damn, he's also going to die? What the? Oh my god. Wait, is this some kind of a urban legend of the school? Warehouse. Yeah, this is like an urban legend horror story. Wow. Hmm. Kani. Wait, her name is Kani? It's Crab? Anna Misu. What the? What's happening here? Okay, is this the same guy? Oh yeah, it's the guy who was not able to sleep. Nakami. Nakami. Oh. All right. Oh my god. The weird looking pumpkin. Why is the pumpkin purple? I know, but why is it purple? Oh no. Wow. Well, if I'm not able to sleep, then I'm pretty sure. Isaki. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he's gone to the doctor or something, like probably asked for help, but probably didn't help him out in the long run. Kanchan. Their names are so like unique, like all of their names. Kanikawa. Reference manuals. What? No, it doesn't work like that. Oh wow, that's crazy. So it's not that he doesn't feel asleep, he doesn't fall asleep, but he feels sleepy at the morning. Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Oh, it's open. Damn. Yeah, it is like a storehouse. Like- Hey yo, someone's in there. Oh my god. Why is she inside a? It looks like a coffin. Oh no, she's gonna wake up. Up. What is she wearing? My god. Damn. Um, okay. Yeah. Well, oh my God. What? Oh, that's why they kept it open. She kept it open. Hmm. Well, she was sleeping. Yeah. The crazy thing is that nobody comes here. Like, so, like, how can. Oh, wait, you have your phone with you. Oh my God. Oh no, she'll be. Oh, okay. Hmm. Yep, it's the same thing. Hmm. Kagawa. Okay, he's calling her. Him. Okay. Yeah. Well, because he always, like, in the morning, he's sleepy and irritated. Yeah, there you go. Ah. Yeah. Oh, so that nobody comes here. Hmm. Wait, he still hasn't come? Yeah, because you had your sleep. That's why. Damn. Oh my gosh, she's drooling and everything. Ah, he is here. I like how you knocked the door before opening. Yeah, you got your. Did he read the message? Okay. What the? What was that? Some kind of stamp of approval or whatever? Our dialect. What the? What is that? Password? 1553. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, he got her. My God. Again, the. Well, she's a nurse. You know. 6 second period. Damn. What the? Why is there a cat in the? Hey yo. What? 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 Why did it take the letters? Like what? I don't think cats eat leather. Maybe they do. I don't know. Yeah, that's. Oh, because of that. Okay, that day when they both fell asleep. They need to fix the lock. I feel like some weird thing that you cannot close it from the inside. Oh, they're doing. Oh no, what? This. Oh no, they're gonna fall. Okay. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing. Hmm. Oh wait, does this open? Oh, I guess it's an observatory. Society. Oh, the club. That sounds so weird. Please don't name it that. That sounds so weird. Okay, so they're gonna come to school. That's okay. I don't like that name, but yeah, I gotta get used to it. Wait, so they'll be coming to the school at night. Oh, True. Wow, the roads are empty. They, that's crazy. Like usually, like like I guess this is probably not like the city. Like yeah, this is definitely not the city. Otherwise, the roads would have been packed even at night. Okay. Oh, because if someone catches them, they'll be like, oh, nighttime photography. Yeah. Frail kid. Oh. Oh no, the police. This is. Oh my god. Yo, he has his intuition. It's crazy. Hey, don't fall asleep here. Oh my god. Interesting. Like the heartbeat, like the sound. Where have I read? I've read this somewhere that he fell asleep. Did she drool again? Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Oh yeah, snap a picture. Perfect time. We won bridge. Is she feeling sleepy or something? Kind of. Oh, that was the end. Okay. Oh no, no, it's continuing. Or is it? Oh no, it's continuing. Okay. Hmm. Oh yeah. Fish icon. Isaki fish. Okay. Oh, this is her place. Hmm. Okay, the animation looks really nice. I expected this because same studio as Call of the Night. All right, that is it. And that was a really nice episode. It was obviously an episode kind of revolving around people who are suffering from insomnia, and their story, how they cope with it, what type of situations they go have to deal with, stuff like that. Now, this is something that always, like, like something that is kind of freaky, which is that being awake when the whole, like when everyone is sleeping, it is something that's like, even thinking about it, it's like something crazy. I can't even think how it would feel like, going through something like that every night. Like, not only the fact that you're not getting enough rest, like that's there, but the fact that, like the mental stress that comes with it, like you're always feeling sleepy when the whole world is, like, like doing stuff, like in the morning, like you're going to school, people are just having fun, like, just running around, and you're like constantly drowsy, feeling sleepy, you don't know what to do. And like the teachers, if you're not able to share that with anyone, the teachers will be like, oh, why are you always sleeping in your class? Your friends will be like, huh, you always sleep, this type of thing. And not only that, just the fact that as time passes and when night comes, you'll realize that every day you'll be like, oh my god, the night is here again, like another night of just staying awake and not getting enough sleep. And when morning comes, I'll feel drowsy. It's just like a perpetual cycle, and it's crazy. I cannot even imagine how that would feel like. And it's very scary, like thinking about it. So yeah, that's insomnia, and how these two characters will deal with it. I'm guessing this is the story about that. And yeah, so okay, this episode, let's talk about this episode. We begin with Nakami, I think that's his name. Nakami, Nakami is in his bed trying to sleep. It's like morning 5 a.m. The radio is, like, on, and I like how they kind of showed this scene where Nakami woke up and he's like, oh, every day I see the same scene. I wake up, the newspaper guy comes in at 5 a.m. The person on the other side of the street opens the garage, the dog starts barking, like little by little the light comes in. This is what we see. This part was so, what can I say? I guess you could say nostalgic, this section. The reason why is because I remember, like the same thing, like back, when I was a kid, when I was going to, like, I think, like, not elementary, I think like middle school, yeah. Back in middle school, I remember, our school used to start quite early, and it was like at a distance, so I had to wake up a lot earlier than a lot of other people. So I used to, like, wake up at, I don't know, like 5:30, 6 a.m. or something. And I remember it was a pain, like waking up that early. It's just so, I don't know how to say, it's just so bad. And I used to wish that, good god, please let my school change the timing. And I remember just waiting for, like, like to grow up, because like in high school, I remember our school had the timing changed. It was like in more in the, like the afternoon or daytime. So I was like, when will I grow up that I have to not wake up at 6 freaking a.m. every day? And but the thing is, like, since I had to wake up that early, I remember something like this. I remember when I used to wake up at the morning, uh, every morning it would be the same routine. I used to hear one person on the other side of the street, just like here, opening the garage of their, like, of the, and I don't know, like probably washing the car and stuff, doing stuff like that. the paper used to come, the newspaper, like it used to come at I think like 6:30, 6:15 p.m. A.m. or something like that. So that also used to happen, like every day, like the same routine used to go, and I used to like be on my bed, and I've woken up, I used to listen to it. And that's why this made me nostalgic, because it's kind of the same. He goes to the same thing, and he sees the same thing every morning, and it's like a routine to him to see everything that happens. And like like the person coming, opening the garage, the newspaper coming, and the dogs barking, same thing every day happens, and he's just looking at that. And that's why this made me a little bit nostalgic. I'm like, damn, that's kind of crazy, because I also went through the same thing. Obviously, I did not have insomnia, but I had to wake up early to go to school, so that is why. But yeah, we can see he is not happy. His like eye bags, he's like sleepy, is just there wide awake. Now after that, we get to see a story, and it's so funny that the story actually had what was the name of the girl? Wait a minute, I forgot her name. Just a minute. Insomniac after school. Let me check out her name. I've already forgotten it. All right, her name is Magari Isaki. There you go. So Isaki, yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the story, the observatory story. It's so funny that I think it's now that I realize that the girl in the story, you know, that's actually. Oh no, that's not Margari. Never mind. I was going to say that that looks like Margari, but that's not. Okay, never mind. What I was going to say is like, if that was the same, that was Margari in the story, it makes sense because she's the one who made up the story, so that's why she was like that character. But I don't think that's Margari. Anyways, never mind. That's just something. So yeah, the story was that in the observatory, there's like some girl who liked a boy, and the boy did not like her back. She jumped from the observatory, and there was another boy who liked her, and he used to, after everything that went on after the funeral, he used to go to the observatory and look at the moon and see the girl, like calling him. And after that, he also like died, and before dying, he said something like he was actually beckoning me to join her. And after that, like the observatory ceased working as an actual observatory. It became a warehouse, and it was locked. So there you go. That was the story. Everyone is like talking about, everyone, all the girls are scared. They're like, oh my god, like like we shouldn't go there. And yeah, that's the whole story. That's like an urban legend of this school. Now we get to see they're trying to like they're like getting ready for like some kind of cultural festival or something. And this girl, Kani, I think that's her name. She was telling the story. And yeah, later on she goes to wake up Nakami, and because he needs to do his thing. And there was like they were going to tell him to go and bring those cardboard boxes, but he's like asleep over here, and everyone's like, oh, wake up, why are you sleeping? And he kind of shows his like like that he didn't like, shows that yeah, he's kind of annoyed because he did two like of the gravestones, while they have not really shown any kind of like a result for what they have did. And that's why he's like I've done my part of the job. And while he's like talking about all of that, another girl comes in and scares him. I like how he just grabs the pumpkin head and just yanks it off, and the girl starts crying. Anyways, yeah. So he begrudgingly goes to the observatory to get back the cardboard boxes, and we can see in class, like the girl called Kani or whatever. She's like, oh, like like I don't really like him that much. Like he acts as if like what does she say actually here? Just a minute. Nakami thinks he's better than everyone else. He's a grouch, all that stuff. I guess like it happens. He usually is kind of like irritated all the time because he doesn't get his sleep, and that's why people don't really like students here don't really like him that much. Obviously they don't know what's going on with him, so if they knew, they probably would have changed the way they spoke about him, but who knows. Either way, like, yeah, we can see that his reputation is not really that good. And they were also talking about Magari and saying that, oh, where's Magari? They were also talking about that, which obviously we know that she was there on the observatory just sleeping at that moment. Either way, Nakami is like going towards the observatory, and he's like, oh, it must feel so good for you guys, don't you? Like, he's looking at everyone just having fun, and he's just so bitter because you cannot blame him. Like, he's wide awake every night. In the morning, he feels drowsy, and he sees everyone just having fun. Obviously, he'll be like, he'll feel little irritated. He'll be like, oh my god, like, yeah, you guys are just so carefree, aren't you? And while I have to go through all of these things. So can't blame him. And he's just going like begrudgingly towards the observatory, and we get to meet his friend here, Ukegawa. And he comes in, and he's like he looks at him, and he follows him, and he's like, oh, what are you doing? And he has a little bit of a conversation with him. We get to know that Ukegawa knows his situation, that he cannot sleep. And yeah, and okay, just a minute. What did it? Oh yeah, he talks about how, like, it's not that he's not sleepy, it's that he doesn't fall asleep at night and feels sleepy at the morning, which is in itself such a problematic thing. Like, when everyone's like, in school doing their thing, like, studying, playing, he's sleepy. And obviously, seeing that, people who don't know about his condition, they'll be like, oh, you're lazy. Obviously, that's not the case, he's trying his best, but like, nothing you can do about it. I like how Ukegawa said, then go to the nurse's class and just nurse room and sleep. And he's like, oh, if I just always hang out there, I'll be a problem kid. And he screams that so loud. A few girls were like, oh my god, what the hell. Either way, he's like, all right, let me just go and do my thing. And he goes to the an observatory to bring the cardboard boxes, and he sees there's this. He has to go inside the observatory. He goes in, and I was like, why is it open? Makes sense. We get to know later on that unless and until you keep it open, it'll just lock itself. You cannot open it from the inside. You have to open it from the outside. That's why it's like that, which is such an inconvenient thing. I feel like anyone can barge in while you're sleeping. Yeah, I feel like they should actually change the lock, but I guess to do that they have to talk to the school people, the authorities. Either way, he Nakami gets in, and he goes up, and he's like, oh, this place looks nice. There's like not really that many people. You can just barely hear them. And he's like, all right, let's just kind of lays down, and he's like, all right, this is nice. This is like, I'm making this my official hangout spot. This place is really nice. And then he realizes there's someone sleeping inside the thing. Oh boy. And like, at first, how he just does like this, he was like, really didn't realize what's going on. He just squints and looks at her. And she wakes up. Both of them gets afraid. Obviously, he thought that this is the ghost, while the girl just freaked out because someone's just staring at her while she's asleep. So both gets freaked out. The girl wakes up and tries to run away. And then, later on she realizes the door is locked because he didn't know that you couldn't lock it. It just got locked from the outside. So, yeah, Magari and Nakami both are stuck over there. So now this was actually kind of dangerous, Like, first of all, this is the observatory when nobody comes. Second, if they didn't have any phone, it would have been so bad. But here's the thing, I feel like since what was his name? Ukegawa? Yeah, Ukegawa knew that he went to the observatory. I feel like Ukegawa would come here either way in the future. When maybe it was the time to go home or something. Ukegawa would probably try to find where Nakami is, and since his phone is there in class, he'd probably get concerned, and then he'd be like, all right, let me think, let me retrace his steps. He went to the observatory first, so I feel like by the end of it he definitely would have come here. So that's the thing. But I feel like for Magari, nobody would have realized that she's actually stuck over here, because her friends probably would have been like, her friends didn't even know that she goes to the observatories. So that would have been a problem, like if it was only Magari over there, like she would have been stuck here for, I feel like a long amount of time. That'll be like very dangerous. But since Nakami was here and Ukegawa knew where he was going, Ukegawa would probably come in here either way. But still, the good thing about this situation is that the oh my god, I'm forgetting their names. Magari had her phone with her, even though like not Ukegawa, sorry, Nakami did not. So Nakami's like, all right, give me the phone. Like, no, all right, message your friends. So the thing is, the girl is not really, like, doesn't want to contact her friends because he doesn't want to like burden them with her own problem. And she's like, oh no, like I wouldn't want. Now obviously at that point Nakami did not know what's going on, so he's like, what the hell, like just otherwise we'll be stuck here, like do it. Like, yeah, like for him, he didn't know that she had the same problem. So he's like, why is this girl not calling her friends when we are stuck here? That, like, what? So he gets angry a little bit and he's like, quick, give it to me, I'll message them. But then Magari is like, no, like there's a reason behind it. And she says that because I cannot sleep at night, and in the morning I feel drowsy, and I don't want people to worry about me. That's why I'm keeping this a secret. And yeah, that is when Nakami realizes what's going on, and he's like, oh, this is just like me. And then he also tells his part of the story. He's like, you know what, I'm the same. And there's a guy called Ukegawa who knows about my situation, and he understands everything. So if I message him and talk to him, like he might help us out without telling anyone. So there you go. At first he tries to call, he doesn't pick up, so he messages him, and yeah, so everything is fine. He'll look at the message and he'll come in time. So for up until that time, he's like, all right, let's just sit down and have a little rest. So there you go. So here they start talking about the observatory, how this place is actually, like, when the girl says, like, it's my my little hideout spot, and Nakami is also like, yeah, like, I'm not going to take it, don't worry. And here we get to know the actual reason behind the urban legend. She was the one who told, like, just spread the urban legend to everyone. Makes sense. She doesn't want anyone here to intrude. And like, the fact is that it what can I say, like, the fact that the observatory has to be kept open, if you close it, you won't be able to open it from the inside. That's like, that's still freaking me out. Like, just such a weird thing. Like, you cannot open it from close it from the inside. Like, even if you don't close it, if someone from the outside somehow comes here and they're like, oh, the observatory door is open, and just closes it, bam, you're stuck. If you don't have your phone, you're screwed. That type of thing. So I feel like they should change the lock as soon as possible. Contact the the school authorities and be like, yeah, we need to change this. Otherwise it's going to keep freaking me out, that door. Anyways, so yeah, she's the one who spread the rumors, and she doesn't want anyone else to know about it. That's why she is, she's happy that she can have her time over here. And she falls asleep, kind of here. And he also falls asleep, like, kind of both of them on top of each other. And later on, like, they wake up. Margaret was drooling. And both of them get embarrassed. And then Ukegawa comes in. And Ukegawa is like, oh, I like, this part kind of is unusual. He's like, oh, like, there you are, open up. And he opens it up and sees Magari, and then he's surprised. He's like, oh, you're okay, I'm gonna open the door? Okay. And he's like, huh, there was someone else? Wait, didn't he read the message? It comes from an unknown number. So, I don't know what he thought. But anyways, okay, so he's like obviously he's confused, but then I'm pretty sure Nakami told him about everything later on. And here we see Magari gives him the passcode for the lock. And I like how she does it, she writes it on her hand and just gives a high five. Since it's water based, it just like gets in his hand, and he's like, she kind of says that in her dialect. I think she says that Himusiyase, or it's a secret, you dig. The dialect, it comes out, and there you go. So yeah, it's just he found a little spot for himself. Obviously, not only for himself, like Magari will be there, but still, it's a place far away from the usual commotion, and yeah, it's calming. You're not bothering anyone. There you go. Now next we get to see the school nurse. I think she went to the school nurse for like he got injured while playing, and the school nurse is kind of talking to him. And I like how she says that, oh, they say that out of every 4 people in Japan struggles with some sort of, oh no, not this, sleep disorder, not this, the next part, the top part about anger. Oh, they know that sleep is important and feel pressure to get some, which results in stress building up. Exactly, that's what I was saying. The fact that everyone is sleeping and you know that you need to sleep and you're not able to sleep stresses you out. It's a vicious cycle, yeah. And he says, I didn't say I cannot sleep, and she's a nurse, she knows. And isn't experiencing stress just an inevitable part of life? It's impossible to keep it in check. This part is funny. She says she actually gives him advice how to keep his anger in check, but later on she herself gets angry because of the cat. And there's a 6-second period where your anger peaks when triggered by stress. If you can shut down your thought process and wait it out, your anger will subside. Anyways, in comes Magari, and Magari also got injured. I like how the cat just came in, just got on top of the table and just looked like this. Just saw what's going on. Is everything fine? And then took its opportunity, grabbed the letters and just ran. I'm like, why take the letters? Like, I guess some cat eats lettuce, maybe. They're omnivorous, so obviously I'm pretty sure they can eat lettuce. But I've never seen any cat eating lettuce, so that's the thing. But anyways, he grabbed the lettuce and just left. I like how the nurse freaks out, and oh god. What's his name? Nakami. Nakami's like sensei, like 6 seconds, 6 seconds. Just wait for it to go away. Oh god, that was funny. Alright, anyways, later on, he and Magari is like walking, and yeah, like they talk about how they're not being able to sleep. The observatory is a great spot, and all that they're kind of talking about. And then she's like, why are you not coming? Will you come today? And I think he says like no. And then she says that I need you to come, otherwise I'm not able to sleep. So this is the thing. So she falls asleep in presence of Nakami, and like obviously that's not the case. Like she falls easily asleep. I think that's the thing, because she was sleeping at the beginning. We saw her. So the fact that she fell asleep so quickly when Nakami was here kind of shows that that's probably what she, I don't know, needed to fall properly asleep or something. Either way, that's why she's like, yeah, come, and next we get to see them going to the observatory and just arranging the stuff so that they can get a better place, a big place to sleep. And yeah, so she's like, they're making it more presentable. Like, it's like just cluttered with stuff. Now they switch on the lights and everything, and there you go. So here she asks, like, what do you do when you're just wide awake? And he says that I used to kill time by looking at my stuff on my phone. Then I realized everyone says that if you look at the phone, you cannot really, your sleep, it gets kind of like, you sleep less. Now, yeah, I quit after I heard that light from LCD displays can mess with it. This thing, I've heard this as well. And you know what the funny thing is? It actually, I feel like, I wouldn't call it, it actually is opposite for me, but here's the thing. Like, I just said a few moments ago that I get freaked out thinking like just being awake, wide awake while everyone is asleep. That thing freaks me out. And one thing I'm so grateful is that I have like my sleep is quite deep. Like it doesn't really like I'm not really, I don't really struggle falling asleep. It has always been like that. I just go like go to bed and I fall asleep, and it doesn't really take much longer, like maximum 5 minutes for me to fall asleep, even quicker than that. But this is the thing. I remember it at least used to take me 5 minutes to fall asleep before, but nowadays what I usually do is just go to sleep, like lay down on my bed and take out my phone and just look at my phone. I like play some games or something, like stuff like that. And I remember, what happens is that after some time I start falling sleepy. Like I realize that, oh my god, like I'm not really able to concentrate, like my eyes are closing down and everything. And as soon as I realize that, I close down my phone and drink a little bit of water and then just go to bed. And it's so crazy that it takes me like not even a minute, like 30 seconds to fall asleep after that, because I'm already drowsy at that moment. I cannot really keep my phone like in my hand. It's just falling down completely. So that's what I do, and it takes me even less than 30 seconds to fall asleep. And that's why I'm saying I'm looking at the phone. The LCD is like in my eyes, but it still works for me because I fall asleep because of like when I fall asleep. And when I'm like very drowsy, I go to sleep, and it doesn't take me that much time. That's why this line, I have to say that I'm pretty sure this actually is the fact that if you could keep on an LCD display on in front of you, you'll have trouble falling asleep. But at least for me, it actually doesn't work like that, which I'm quite grateful for, because now it doesn't even take me 5 minutes to fall asleep. I just, when I'm awake, I just look at my phone, and when I feel sleepy, I just keep my phone down, and it doesn't even take me 30 seconds. I remember just going to bed, and bam, I just fall asleep. I don't even know when I fall asleep, but I fall asleep within seconds. It works that quickly. And that's what I do nowadays. I'm like, yeah, why just lay on my bed without doing anything? Let me just look at my phone and do stuff. And when I feel sleepy, I just keep it down and I just fall asleep. That's how I do stuff nowadays. But either way, I'm pretty sure this is true, that LCD displays actually mess with your sleep. And he cannot sleep, so obviously that in itself kind of bothers him. So he tries to keep everything minimum that's going to hinder his sleep. So after hearing from somewhere that LCD display light bothers your sleeping pattern and sleep, he says, hey, I quit it after that, because he wants to keep all that stuff to minimum. He wants to fall asleep. Okay, then he says that then I started doing stuff like reading books, listening to radio. I feel like reading books is a very good thing to fall asleep. It's going to work even more. Like you're actually concentrating and reading on something before even asleep quicker. But even if I go to bed, my mind would just wander for hours until eventually morning comes. There you go. And yeah, getting depressed about the lack of sleep and worrying about a bunch of problems we cannot solve. And there you go. That's the whole thing. And yeah, she understands it because she's also probably the same. But then after that, she kind of opens the observatory and she says that let's make things fun. Let's make a little club, a little like a society where we can have a good time. Like the morning sun is going to still come out. We should make a society here, and it'll be called the Nightly Fun Society. I really don't know what to think about that name, but you know what? It's fine. Either way, there you go. That's how they decide to make a little club and or a society. Now after that, they on the next night, I think they decide to hang out, and Magari and Nakami, they're like walking around the night time, and she's like wearing like a what do you call them, like a those jumper, no, what are those called, the dress that she was wearing, I don't remember, it's called something, I forgot the name, the suspended, dress that she's wearing. She was wearing that, like it's like a work uniform or whatever she's wearing. And she and Nakami starts walking around the night. And this is a good thing, like if they're like just wide awake, why not just move around at night, and just get I don't know, like just utilize that time for something better and something fun. So yeah, they're both like walking around in the streets, and it's crazy to see how the streets are all empty. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is not the city, because if this was the city, the streets would be packed with people, like crazy. Oh boy. But anyways, it's like a very nice nighttime, like everything is like, everyone's asleep, no sound and anything, they're just having like the time of their life, just walking around. And we can see that oh, they go to a vending machine, have like a little drink. And here she asks like, what's there in your bag, and he's like, oh, this is for like cover, like I brought a camera, and if someone tells, like, if the police gets us, we'll be like, oh, we just, nighttime photography, we're from the photography club, or something like that, we can say. And I like how Margaret's like, but wait, wouldn't the police suspect that we're actually creepers? We're trying to get like some. I guess maybe, who knows? But yeah. Anyways, so yeah, then he starts talking about, she asks like, is this your hobby? And he says like, no, my dad brought this for me. I was so pissed off. I was like, oh, why is this here? I want a video game console, and starts throwing a tantrum. And he gave me this instead. And they're like just having fun talking about all that stuff. And suddenly Nakami sees the police, and he goes like, kind of like to the side. The police is like looking for people, and you can see that Magari here like kind of leans into him, and the heartbeat, like she kind of falls asleep to the rhythm of the heartbeat. Now this is the thing, I don't know where I've read this, but I feel like I've read something like this somewhere, that if you put your ear at someone's like chest and you listen to their heartbeat. Oh, I think, no, where did I read this? Like I've heard that it's easier to fall asleep or something. Since the heart kind of beats in like a constant rhythm, like and it's like becomes like a beat, which kind of makes you fall asleep quicker. I don't know where I read this, but I've read this somewhere. Where have I read this? I don't remember, but there's something like this I've read somewhere. Like, anyways, like I'm just wasting my time at this point thinking about it. But either way, we kind of see her kind of like just lean into him, and she listens to the heartbeat, and she kind of falls asleep, and that's why she said that, like, you're needed, like without you I cannot fall asleep. And we can see that now here, she literally was sitting here, and she just almost fell asleep. And later on, Nakami's like, oh, like he's gone, are you awake? And he wakes, she jolts awake, and she's like, she kind of like gets embarrassed that she actually fell asleep here like this. But anyways, there you go. So after that, she also, like, she was talking about how she was sick most of the time, how she was like had frail body, and she also says how she changed it now. She did gymnastics and stuff, made her body flexible. And she also says that because of that, because I've made my my parents go through a lot of troublesome situations, like I grew up, and now I don't want to bother anyone with my things, which is kind of understandable. Like she said, like she had a she had a frail body, she had her own trouble, and she doesn't want anyone to get inconvenienced because of her, and that's why she keeps this a secret from her classmates. And that's why I don't really want anyone to know about my lack of sleep. Now I do wonder if her parents know about it. This is something I do wonder about, because who knows, maybe she kept it a secret from her parents as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case, because like she says, she doesn't want to inconvenience anyone. Like she thinks that she inconvenienced her parents when she was a child, and she doesn't want a repeat of that. So I feel like she actually didn't even tell her parents about this, that she cannot fall asleep. That's even more crazy, I feel like, because oh god, I can't even imagine just every night just trying to fall asleep, not able to fall asleep. Nobody knows about that, and yeah, you're just drowsy at the morning, and people think that you're being lazy while you're not. You're actually having trouble. Like that's oh my god. Anyways, uh, so yeah, after that they were just looking at the moon, not moon, the clouds, and he takes and snaps a picture, and she's like, "Oh, so you do like snapping pictures?" And yeah, and then she snaps a few pictures of her. She does, like, gives a few poses. As she said, she's done gymnastics. She's pretty flexible, so she does like a few poses. And then it's like morning. As the, like, dawn comes in, they start feeling drowsy, and they kind of laugh. They're like, "Oh my god, the same thing again." Like, now that it's morning, we're feeling drowsy. Either way, after that, they were like going to she was going back to her house, and she's like, "Oh, let me give you my ID, my phone number," and they kind of exchange contact. And yeah, after that, he thinks, like, like Nakami thinks that, okay, I'm going to read this part. He says that when Magari is around, all the sleepless and boring nights becomes exciting. I wonder what kind of relationship is this? Sleep buddies, I guess. Okay, so yeah, and then she's like, "Oh, this is my place. Like, goodbye. See you tomorrow." And that's where it ended. There you go. That was a fantastic first episode. I'm really loving the, like, like the animation and everything. I knew this was going to be like a nice animation, because like I said, I'm pretty sure the studio that is doing this, you know what, let me just go and check. The studio that is doing this is Linden Films. Yep, there you go. The same studio that did A Call of the Night. Now Linden Films has like a varied, like, like track record. Like, it has given out a few really good animated animes and a few not really good animated animes. So it's like a mixed bag, I feel like. However, Call of the Night was fantastic. Call of the Night, like, was one of the best visually, like, just pleasing shows I've ever seen. And it's also, its theme is also night times. This show, its theme is also nighttime. So I'm pretty sure this will be as good as Call of the Night. And I have to say, the first episode was really nice. I really liked the animation, like the way they did it, and the visuals and everything. And I can't wait to see more of the nighttime in this show. We kind of saw a little bit of nighttime here, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see more, because I think like the theme of this story later on will be like opening the observatory. And since it's an observatory, like, you'll be looking at the stars. It'll be like, like you'll be using that telescope to, like, look at the stars and everything. And I'm guessing it'll be so beautiful just looking at the stars, because Call of the Night had that as well. It just looked amazing, the nighttime sky. And here I'm pretty sure we're going to see more of that. So yeah, we're going to see more of the nighttime in the future episodes. Either way, I'm looking forward to that. And the story is very nice. Like two students who have trouble falling asleep. They cannot really share that with everyone. They realize that they go to the observatory, and they realize that it's like a nice place. And yeah, they start having a little connection. And I'm interested in seeing how this story is going to proceed. But I've heard real good things about this manga, so I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, so there you go. That is it. That's my reaction to episode number 1 of Insomniacs After School. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button and subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. That is it. Thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Insomniacs After School. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.